Hey, hey, Blue Jackets fans and other NHL fans as well. This is Wine and Gold Unger, and it's time for a Blue Jackets game preview. So what's weird is that the Blue Jackets have, I think, already finished their season series with the Boston Bruins. And they've already played 3 games against the Washington Capitals. And they're going to play their 3rd game against the Tampa Bay Lightning coming up. But they just started their season series with the Philadelphia Flyers on Sunday. And the Blue Jackets are just starting their season series with the Carolina Hurricanes tonight. They still have to start their season series against Toronto, Ottawa, who else? New Jersey. I'm sure there's others that they have to start their season series with. Let me check their schedule. Toronto, Buffalo. Yeah. It's just kind of weird that the Blue Jackets are starting their season series against some of these teams so late. Like, this is the first time they're playing the Hurricanes this season. But hey, I'm not the schedule makers. But to me, it's just kind of strange. But anyway, Blue Jackets, I'm actually glad that they lost 2 straight games to Washington and New York after going through that 16-game winning streak. Again, it was a great bounce back to beat Philadelphia in overtime 2-1 on Sunday. But I want to talk about those 2 losses. Yes, they gave up a combined 10 goals in those 2 games. I understand that. But for me, it's good that they went through a little bit of adversity. Did I want them to go through like a 10-game losing streak after going through a 16-game winning streak? Of course I didn't want them to go through a 10-game losing streak. But a 2-game losing streak, I'm alright with. It's a little bit of adversity. Between the 2 games, though, of the Capitals and Rangers, of course I'm more disappointed with the Rangers game. Because the Blue Jackets were up 4-1 in that game. 4-1. And it was a collapse in the 3rd period. But now to talk about their most recent game against the Flyers. That was a really good bounce back game for them. Because Philadelphia is a very tough team to play. I know some people have told me in the past, oh, the Flyers are garbage and all that. I don't think so. They still have Claude Giroux, Wayne Simmons, Steve Mason in goal. I'm sure there's other guys I'm missing. But Philadelphia is a dangerous team, so watch out for them. But that was a good bounce back win, especially being that both teams are in the Metropolitan Division. I actually want to check the standings and see if there's anybody in the division the Blue Jackets have not started the season series with. Oh, Carolina's in the Blue Jackets division. I did not realize that. And like I said, they still have to start their season series with New Jersey, who is also in the Metropolitan. And they've already, the only Eastern Conference teams they have not started a season series with are Carolina, which they're going to start tonight, New Jersey, Ottawa, Toronto, and Buffalo. In the West, they have not started their season series with Nashville. That's the only Western Conference team they have not started their season series with. But getting back to tonight's Metropolitan game against the Carolina Hurricanes. to me, the main guy to watch out for when you're playing this Hurricanes team is Skinner. I want to make sure I'm saying his name right. So, let me go to the Hurricanes website. Jeff Skinner, their assistant captain. Skinner already has 14 goals and 15 assists. So, he's the main guy that Carolina relies on. But he's not the whole team. Because he's got because Carolina also has Jordan Staal. 7 goals, 10 assists. These two guys, Skinner and Staal, are kind of the engine that allows Carolina to run. Granted, other guys I bet will score goals that that aren't the main guys, but that seems to happen with a lot of NHL games. And their goalie, I believe his name... Oh, and Noah Hanifin, I believe he was the 3rd pick in the 2015 NHL. Yes. He has 2 goals and 11 assists. Not impressive numbers, but he's still somebody the Blue Jackets need to make sure they watch out for tonight. Because he can be a devastating goal scorer if the Blue Jackets allow him to really get going. Carolina will probably start Cam Ward in tonight's game. Ward is 15-12 in 34 games played, and that's impressive. So, it will not be easy for the Blue Jackets tonight. But the guys I look for to step up: Seth Jones, Nick Foligno, Cam Atkinson, Zach Werenski, Alexander Wenberg, David Savard. A lot of the usual guys. But I think a couple of the other guys who may not even mention need to step up. I'm not sure who's going to be starting in goal tonight. Probably Bobrovsky. Speaking of goaltending, I was surprised yesterday when I saw that the Blue Jackets had placed Curtis McElhinney on waivers. I somewhat understand because he was the goalie who gave up the 3-goal lead to the Rangers. But that wasn't all totally his fault. But, you know, what are you going to do? Carolina, from what I've seen, isn't that physical of a team, but they like to try and get up and down the ice quick and mainly get it to Staal and Skinner or Hanifin. So the Blue Jackets are gonna have, I think, should try and be a little bit more physical on checking tonight in order to try and slow the game down. Granted, I know the Blue Jackets' game plan is also to keep the game fast, but I don't know if that's the best thing to do against this Hurricanes team. To, get into an up and down skating race with them. I think this Hurricanes team can be a dangerous team. Granted, I know not every team in the Metropolitan Division will make the playoffs. But if this Hurricanes team does make the playoffs, and I'm not saying they will, if they do, look out. They could be, keyword being could be, a dangerous team. I don't know. That'll do it for now, you guys. And let me check the schedule. When is the next Jackets game? next Jackets game is January 13th. So, there will at the Tampa Bay Lightning. I know I've already done 2 previews for the Tampa Bay Lightning, but things change, so we're going to do it again. So stand by, because a thunderstorm will be, actually a lightning storm will be coming, is in Tampa Bay. And we'll talk about it on January 12th. But tonight, watch for hurricane-like winds in Raleigh as the Blue Jackets take on the Carolina Hurricanes. I don't know the arena. Carolina Hurricanes Arena. PNC Arena. So there will be a hurricane-type winds at PNC Arena. Hopefully the Blue Jackets can conquer them. For Wine and Gold Unger, until next time, on January 12th, this is Wine and Gold Unger, signing off, and go Jackets. CBJ.